I'm sure by now you've read more than once about ChatGPT. So we decided to try an experiment. We went into ChatGPT and said, hey, design an amazing retirement for Jody and I. We want to hear what you think we should do.
I wish the camera went the other way and I was looking at each of you. And if any of you are rolling your eyes, I'm right there with you. Mark is a huge chat person. He believes in AI and all the good things that are coming with it. I'm still a little leery. I know I'm behind the times, so you don't have to put that in the comments, but I'm still a little leery. However, this exercise was so good for the two of us because it not only gave us some good ideas, it asked us some serious questions.
And the first question that it asked us was, if your body is the vehicle for your next chapter, why are you driving it on empty? And it actually cracked me up because we said we weren't sleeping that well. We kind of designed the life that we had when we first started, just because when we first retired, we failed miserably. But we put in there how we were living then. And that was the first question. And it cracked me up going, well, how do you know how important that is? It's funny to have a machine come back and ask that question.
Right. Well, and from an intuitive perspective, it's going to be based off of the information you put in, right? So we put in, the bad habits that we were bringing forward, the bad habits that we knew were not helping us with health span, lifespan, and longevity, but they were our habits. So when we did that and it came back with this question, why are you driving your vehicle, your body as your vehicle into this next chapter? Why are you driving it on empty? That was a real mirror to the face for both of us. And, starting to think about, well, what could we do differently? And if we were to then, over the course of a year, let's say, do some things differently, make some changes, reload that back into chat, I wonder if it would ask us a deeper question along the health and wellness and your body being a vehicle. I just don't know. I mean, you know so much more about it than I do, but...
Well, I like that idea to actually...
make your changes for a year and then reload.
What we should do is do record a video using chat and ask it a bunch of questions.
Maybe.
As a matter of fact, if you have any questions you want us to ask chat that you'd like to watch a video on, ask us and we'll do a video on that. That'd be kind of fun.
And by us, Mark really pretty much means him.
No, you can sit next to me. And my chat has a name.
It's funny.
Does your chat have a name?
No.
I call her Sage because she's smart.
That's creepy.
It's not creepy.
It's creepy. People, that's creepy. Help. Anyway.
All right. So the second question is, actually, before I get to the question, in the link below in the show notes, download our free health and wellness checklist. It's really a great place to start, particularly if you're driving your body on empty. Is that the word?
Yes.
Driving your vehicle on empty. Check the health and wellness checklist. Is it?
Chat word, vehicle.
Instead of body?
Instead of body.
We're going to do an episode on chat words? Anyway, download that now. It's a great worksheet. So that's the first one. What's the second question chat came back with?
Your chat has a name. Why don't you tell me what the second question is?
Okay. Oh, here's
my chat doesn't have a name. Does anyone else think it's strange that Mark has a chat with a name? So should I worry when I come out in the morning and he's having coffee with Sage?
I am not having coffee
and she's Sage. Not a person?
Oh my god.
What the heck?
I use it for work.
Wasn't there a Scarlett Johansson movie called Her where... this was a while ago. Whoa, I'm starting to get scared.
Does everyone really want to hear this?
Anyway, okay, the next question.
Who are you becoming now that you don't have to be your old title anymore?
I don't know, Sage. Who are you becoming?
So there are so many people that retire and they spend the rest of their life, like my father did, saying, I used to do this. I used to do that.
Right.
I used to be head of Rotary. I used to be active in Kiwanis. I used to be the president of my insurance agency. I used to be the president of the Chamber of Commerce. I used to play golf.
I used to talk to Sage.
All right. Okay, so this is all about ChatGPT, Mark, and Sage. We're going to get great comments on this video. Yeah, we are.
But it is very true. This question that came back
we're
from
trying
chat.
to help everyone who's watching this get better at this phase of life.
Okay.
Why the face?
No faces.
Oh, there's faces. All right, I'm going to tell Sage she's done.
No, I love
Should I call
Sage.
him Billy?
I don't know that you call your computer screen anything. I'm just saying.
All right. Okay.
No, but it's
what
true.
What about the title? Can we focus on that for a minute?
No, it is true because, who are you becoming is a very important question to ask yourself. And it might not be a natural question that arises day 1 through day 31 of your retirement. But through this exercise with chat, I'll just call him or her chat, they. Chat. It did ask that interesting question, and it's a big question to answer. And going through this phase with no identity, you don't want the used to identity. You don't want a fake identity. You don't want your retirement as your identity. So you have to come up with something. So what did Sage come up with for you, Mark?
Don't know about. One of the things that we're building behind the scenes is a custom ChatGPT for Retirement Transform.
I do know that.
Where people can ask it any question. And I just decided that is going to be called Jody, and it's going to be your voice.
No.
It's going to be your voice.
No.
So
no.
That's coming soon.
You're not the boss of me.
The Jody ChatGPT for Retirement Transform. Ask it any question you want.
You guys
Jody
would not like
will
that.
Respond. We have 550 transcripts from videos, workshops, templates. It's all going to be in there, and you get to ask Jody anything you want.
The next question it asked was really interesting to me because I believe in rhythm in life, in all phases of life, and certainly in the retirement phase. And the question that chat asked was, if freedom feels like chaos, what would it take to bring rhythm back into your life? And I thought that was a very interesting and deep question.
And what would your answer be, Jody Chat?
I'm not Jody Chat. Not doing it. That question didn't surprise me, but I did like the way it was phrased. And I do think that if you are a solo retiree, it matters. If you're with a spouse, partner, or significant other, it matters. So I think it's a universal question to ask yourself about your rhythm as you move forward in this phase of life.
Well, you use that word a lot. We
I do.
used to use the word structure, use the word schedule. We used to use the word plans.
Right.
Now that we're in this long enough, it's another rhythm because we've had to create it. When you are in grade school and you move up to middle school and high school and then college and your first job, maybe you get married, you make a family, there's new rhythms that come into play. When you leave your career, enter this vast time of retirement that we call the discovery years, there's no playbook, really, other than the upcoming Jody ChatGPT for Retirement Transform. But we've created now a rhythm in our life that includes a morning routine, an evening routine, a fluid schedule of some work, some recording videos, 10 minutes a day on chat, asking questions like this. And you like this. And having a rhythm in retirement feels better, sounds better, and it works better because then it's just kind of smooth. But having some definite structure, some things planted, like first thing in the morning, is a really great way to start having a good rhythm. If you wake up and you don't have rhythm and you're a little bit lost, it's really hard to get into a rhythm.
Yeah, and remember, these are the quick hits that came out of chat as we were looking for a retirement fix or a retirement plan. And I did like that question a lot. I really like the next one because it was in the area of connections, and it was really asking yourself, who brings you joy and energy in your life? And I like that.
Well, the other second half of it was, and who just fills your calendar?
Right.
So,
like Sage.
I don't calendar appointments with Sage. It just happens when I'm curious.
Got you. I got you.
Okay. I hope you guys are enjoying this video and getting a lot out of it. And don't be afraid to start using ChatGPT instead of Google. It is a much better tool, and you have to learn how to ask it, her, him,
they
questions. The right question.
Yeah,
That's what it's all about.
But this idea of who...
Community, friends, who fills your bucket? Who are the people that when you spend time with them, you just love it? We have a bunch of couples that we know down here, completely different energy, completely different financial background, completely different desires, eating habits. And we go to them for who they are, and we want to go out and have fun and go to the bars and have chicken wings at 5:30 because they eat dinner really early. We know who to call.
That's right.
If we want to go to a fancy restaurant and eat a little bit later, which is rare for me, but we know who to call. If we want to go boating, if we want to go to the beach, we have these pockets of couples, and we're always looking for new couples that fill both of our buckets with energy. And then there's the people that don't. And you just need to find a way to filter through them. You can't spend... We're getting so much better at understanding how important it is to have the right kind of friends.
Absolutely. And it's hard, and you have to seek community. You have to put yourself out there. You have to, be the first to initiate sometimes. But, what you don't want to find yourself is isolated. And I think Chat made that very clear to us in the conversation.
So we went into Chat and we said, what about the idea of purpose, fulfillment? How do people in this phase of life, what's a good plan for people to get fulfillment? And this is the question it came back with. If the next 10 years were a story, what would you want the title to be? I didn't even think of the answer. What's your answer?
I don't know. I'd have to think about that. Can I get back to Sage? Does she take after hours communication?
All right. So the title for Jody would be RT for Retirement Transformed, Jody Chat, Ask Me Anything.
No.
Yeah, that'd be your book.
No. My book would be...
A Mother's Heart?
So I have talked about writing a book called A Mother's Heart, and the reason I think that would be important and probably be essentially my next 10, 20, 30 years is, a mother's heart in corporate America is divided all the time. It's always about decisions. Is it going to be a corporate win today or a personal family win today? And the balance to me was always just a fake scale that people claim that I am completely balanced in everything I do. I never managed anyone. I never looked up to anyone. I never did it myself where I understood the balance. So now at this phase of a life, a mother's heart, with 6 kids and 6 significant others and 2 grandkids, I can give all day long and be fulfilled. So I think there's a transformation in my heart during this time.
Love that. I would say for me, I spent 38 years as an entrepreneur running an independent family-owned insurance agency, selling corporate insurance to businesses and home and auto insurance to high net worth families. And I loved it while I was doing it. But then when I retired, I'm like, well, what am I going to do with that skill?
Right.
And unless I stayed in the business, it really isn't a useful skill. I actually have trouble figuring out what kind of insurance I have now because it's so complicated. But I can put my insurance into Chat. I can scan it in.
Ask Sage.
And Sage can tell me, she can tell me what kind of insurance I have. No, so my book would be The Era of Reinvention. Because I think, or I know, that this phase of life, which for me is 10, 20, or 30 years for sure, is all about reinvention. Constantly learning new things, applying myself in different ways, helping different people, whether it's my kids or your daughters or their future husbands, just being available for other people to share my wisdom.
That's great.
The era of reinvention and wisdom sharing.
There you go.
Do I keep going?
No, I think that title's getting along.
All right, so let's look at some questions that, these questions are from human beings that watch our channel. They are not from ChatGPT.
Okay.
All right, these are humanoid questions.
Okay.
Here's one from Susan. She's 67. I thought retirement was supposed to feel relaxing, but I actually feel restless. How do I figure out what's missing without just filling my calendar with stuff?
I would say, figure out what you really like to do, with whom you like to do it, and when you like to do it, and anchor those things down first. I would always include something along growth and discovery. I would always try something new, whether that's once a week or once a month, whatever you can handle. And I would make connections a priority on my calendar, not just stuff and things.
Love that. Okay, here's Karen. She's 64. My career defined me for 40 years, and now I don't know who I am anymore. How do you even begin to redefine your identity after retirement? Well, you go onto chat and you become friendly with whoever your chat person is and ask questions. No, it takes soul searching. It takes some thinking. It takes a lot of experimentation. Do you want to learn a language? Do you want to, what are your passions outside of your old career? Do you like working with seniors? Do you like food insecurity? Is there a disease in your family that you want to spend time working on? Because there are so many volunteer opportunities, and each town has a senior center with volunteer opportunities like crazy. You can go into chat and try to find volunteer opportunities.
Yeah. The only other thing...
I'm being serious. So
The only other thing I would add is if you did happen to love your job, or you were in a profession where, your community, your town, your city, your state still needs you in that in some way, I would always offer to tell you to look for adjacencies.
Yeah, I like
from
that.
where your career was to what you could be doing, whether it's in the nonprofit space or you create something on your own and maybe start a little part-time business through an adjacency of your career.
Perfect. Hope you like this video. This next one, 4 bad habits you need to stop right now if you're retired. It's a great follow-up video to this one. So watch this next.